for movie makers, and I know New Orleans, I think they even did Hollywood 2 years ago or last year. What about the Mississippi Gulf Coast? You see this as a viable place to have movies made?
Oh yeah. Well, first it always starts generally with the incentives, unfortunately. You know, the weather is great, you know, I mean, it's hot, but other than that, I mean, I've been shooting in Louisiana and Alabama for a long time, but when Mississippi started their incentive, you know, I like to go and kind of try to build. I was in New Orleans, probably the second movie ever that used the incentive. So I love Mississippi. It's been great. Biloxi's been great to us. The city has been great. They're great hotels, casinos, you know, and you've got like waterfront, and then you've also got city. So it's just very diverse creatively when you make a movie. So it's been really good to us.
Now, since you've been in the South so many years, how do the actors cope with the heat?
The heat is a little brutal for most of them, especially summertime. But you know, they have a job to do like we all do, and they're pros, and they're you know, they don't really they don't. I mean, maybe they complain, but not really in a public light. I mean, they're here to work, and they're happy to work, and most actors are just thankful they have a job. So at the end of the day, we're all doing, you know, we go to work like everybody else.
So, well, just last question I'll ask: what made you all decide to make the movie here in South Mississippi?
Well, it started with the incentive kind of at first, and then we explored the city and we did some location scouting. We really felt there's a lot of diversity. I mean, you get a lot. I mean, the Gulf Coast, obviously the water, the beach, you know, there's a whole kind of, it's like Florida, you know, there's a whole water life, and then there's a whole city life. So for us, and then the city really bent over backwards to accommodate us, and that's a big thing. Like when you go somewhere you've never been, even though I've shot in New Orleans, I've shot in Mobile, I'd never been to Biloxi, you know, really, and the city kind of rolled out the red carpet and said, look, we want you here, we want to be film friendly, and we just said, okay, we'll take a gamble and let's try, and it's been great. So we plan on doing a lot more films here.
Good.
What can you tell fans about Precious Cargo? What can they?
Yeah, I mean, Precious Cargo is just a fun action ride. It's really, it's exciting. It's, let me think, it's Bruce Willis, you know, and a crew of guys that are trying to pull some heists off, and you know, everything goes wrong that could go wrong, the double crossing, and it's just a really fun movie.
I was told there's maybe a boat scene. I
don't want to give it all away, but there's definitely going to be some chases on the water, which we know we can't do in cars, but that's all I can say at this point. But yeah, there's going to be a couple big boat chases, or water chases of some sort.
You have Bruce Willis. Who else is in it?
Bart Paul Gosselaar, Bruce Willis, Claire Forlani. And that's the key cast.
When can folks expect it to come out?
I'd say March, April, most likely. You know, 2016. It'll be up to the studio, which is Lionsgate. They'll make the final call, but that's generally from the time we shoot, kind of the window that they usually give us.
Lastly, are you a big sports fan? Obviously, out at a baseball game. What do you think of the pilot?
I love it. I mean, listen, to be, you know, within minutes of a beautiful stadium like this and a team that is just so much fun and top of, you know, one of the top teams in the league. It's great. I mean, we've been to 2 out of the 3 games. The only reason we didn't go to the first one was we were shooting. But so I think, I mean, I have probably 50, 60 crew here watching, so they're getting a kick out of it. So it's a lot of fun to be able to go to a game and break up the monotony of your daily routine.
Are you just filming down here? Are you filming all over the country?
No, just Biloxi. I mean, Biloxi Gulfport, just the Mississippi area. Yeah.